Hi, I have a question this morning. I was wondering about something. What do you think is the meaning of life?
Well, that's of course a broad question. So one can wake up with a thought, why do I exist, or why do I have this particular life that I'm living now? But I think one can maybe start with such a broad thought to consider um, the question of the philosophers, um, or the statement of the philosophers that the unexamined life is not worth living. And really, that's what we're asking. How do we examine our lives? Why do we have this existence? And what is the purpose of this existence? And that's a question that's gone back through all the ages. So that's where we've got to start. Where do we come from? And the two broad thinking or thoughts this in our day are, and really these are the thoughts of all ages as well, and that is, were we created by God, or did we come about through a series of endless or eternal events, through an evolutionary process? And those two thoughts determine what we are. If we came about through a random process of evolution, well, then we have a really an existence that comes from randomness. But if, on the other hand, we believe that God created us and that we are uniquely created, placed on this earth to rule over the earth and to glorify God, which is the biblical standard or the biblical truth that's given to us, well, then we have a purpose to serve God. And we have that in the Westminster Catechism. What is the chief end of man? And the answer is to glorify God and enjoy Him forever. And so you can see the results of that in our world today. You see randomness, careless thinking, crazy thinking, and just thoughts that come out of the imagination of the brain. And then you get those who believe that God created them, that He's given us an eternal truth that's revealed in His Word, and that we can live according to that truth. So, on the one you see organized, determined living to glorify God. On the other, you see randomness, living for this life, making money our goal, or just making randomness a way of development and creation. And so you'll have people, even mass shootings are a means of creating something out of nothing, trying to get meaning from nothing. Or you have modern art, which is just a random development of one's thoughts put into a sculpture or onto a painting that doesn't carry meaning. And so you get two very different ways of living and thinking about life. Currently, the predominant way is really success, is making money, having wealth, leaving wealth for your children, and feeling good about yourself. Living because life is short, living to its fullest extent in that way. But that is not really a solution. It's really an unexamined life. So we come back then to, what does it mean to glorify God and enjoy Him forever? That's the real alternative. It's not random, it's precise, it's given of God. And then we ask the question, what does that mean? Why are we living in such a world of sin and death and misery? And how do we escape that? Those become the deep questions. So probably that sums up that question, not in its completeness, but where we are now. Maybe we can follow it up with other thoughts.